everybody, it's your pony, and today I'm going to be talking about something which I am actually very excited about, which is the new Monster High IDW comics that are releasing this year. So for those of you who don't know, IDW is releasing some Monster High comics this year. You can see the cover of this issue 1 right here. Although it is worth noting, I want to point out a little bit that so this is volume 1. This is issue 1 that we're looking at right here. However, this is not the first issue that's going to release. The first issue that's going to release is actually going to release on May 4th for Free Comic Book Day. And then after that, on May 29th, we will be getting our Pride issue, which looks like this. The Pride issue is a one-shot, as you can see it says up here in the corner. So it isn't volume 1. It's not storyline-wise an overarching plot. It's a one-shot, however it is in the same continuity as the actual rest of the series that will be releasing in August. And so this first issue that will be releasing in August, we actually have gotten a little bit of a preview for, published by Bleeding Cool in their article about some of the July solicits that they've gotten. And before we look at the preview, I'm going to read you guys the description of this so that we have a little bit of context for it. So if you guys don't want any spoilers, if you don't want to go in with knowing the description or seeing the preview for the comic, I'd click off now. But with that being said, I'm going to go ahead with it. So if we scroll down, we can see that it says, Spotted, IDW's most spooktacular series ever. From the spine-chilling minds of Monster High superfans Jackie I and Caroline Shuda comes Monster High, New Scaremester. Ghouls and boos are heading back to Monster High for a new Scaremester, and while they'll certainly be serving lurks in the hallway and haunting Study Howl, rumor has it that trouble is brewing. Draculaura, Claudine Wolfe, Cleo Denial, and Frankie Stein have never met a bad scare day or monstrous problem they couldn't fix together. But Drax in over her fangs with her new responsibilities. Claudine and Cleo aren't speaking, and Frankie's life may be in danger. The Beasties need a fresh start, and what better time than a new Scaremester? Surely a reconciliation is lurking just around the dark and foreboding corner. So that is the description. As you can see, it's going to be written by Jackie I and Caroline Shuda. I'm not sure if those are going to be the only writer and artists for the series for the 10 issues that we're confirmed to be getting. We are confirmed to be getting 10 issues. I'm hoping that it gets renewed because I've wanted a Monster High comic series forever and I would love to see it do well and continue on. So it's possible that a lot of times comic series will have multiple different authors and artists that do different issues, but as of right now we just know that Jackie I is doing the writing for this issue and Caroline Shuda is doing the illustrations for this issue. This cover is designed, as you can see here, by Ariel Javanelas. I'm so sorry if I pronounced that wrong. I can't really speak very well today. I'm having trouble. I'm having to cut out a lot of things where I've just completely botched my words. We will also be getting a variant cover for this. We don't know what it looks like yet. And then the artist for the series said that there will also be some limited edition variant covers on the IDW website, so we'll have to wait and see what those look like. But we did get a preview of this issue, so I'd like to sort of go into that and take a look at it and explain some of my thoughts and some of the details I noticed and my theories. So I'm gonna go ahead and switch over to that. If you don't want to see it, click off now, but without further ado, we're gonna switch over. Alright, so as you can see, it says down here, if we scroll through, this is not the final art, and part of the reason why I'm pointing that out is because you may notice that my man here looks a little pale. Yeah, they are aware of that, and it's most likely going to be fixed. The team has been told. They know. And yeah, it's probably going to be fixed. Everybody knows about it. This isn't the final art, so this isn't what it's going to look like at the end. But speaking of which, though, I'll try not to get too ahead of myself, but like, if you know me, you know what my reaction to this was. I mean, guys, it's my man. Hello? Like, can we? Anyway, let me not get ahead of myself. So I'm gonna go ahead and break down what we have here. We have 2 different spreads. I don't believe that this is the order that these will be in. I do believe that these are continuous spreads, so I think this happens and then this happens, and then I think this happens and then this happens. But I don't think... Actually, I'm not sure if I think that this happens and this happens. These might be different ones. But I don't think this is necessarily the order that they're gonna go in the actual book. But we'll start at the top. So the first thing that we have here is we can see Bloodgood in her lovely office. I really like the lighting in here. Like, I just think it's very pretty. And there are these very ominous hooded figures that are talking to her, and she does not look happy about it. She looks quite irritated, honestly. Let me zoom so I can get in some details for us. So we have Bloodgood here, and yeah, these hooded figures are in her office, and she really doesn't look impressed. She doesn't seem happy about it. And so then we go over to this side, and she's speaking with them, and all of the text bubbles and the, like, all of the words are taken out of these previews, so we don't know what they're saying. But she's speaking with them, they say something, and then she looks even more irritated now. Like, honestly, to me, this looks like she's low-key threatening them. And then they say something else, and suddenly, my girl, all of that anger just goes away, and now she looks very concerned and sad. And then we get this panel. Hello? I don't know about you guys, but I need to know what these people are saying to her that made her think of Hezekiah. And I also want to say, like, so I have been saying since I found out that these comics came out that, like, I'd like to see Hezekiah, but I kind of doubted that we were gonna see him. I was like, we're gonna be lucky if we even get, like, an acknowledgement of his existence. So, like, I don't think you guys understand the amount that I, like, flipped out when not only do we have confirmation that we're gonna see him, but it's this panel. Like, when I say that they made this specifically for me, you know. But we have this panel, and I do want to talk about this panel because I think that I have a little bit of a theory of, like, what this panel is exactly. So I think that this panel could have happened at one of 2 times. Firstly, I do think that this is a flashback, because, I mean, like, that just makes sense. I think that this is either something that happened directly after the conversation, if you guys know the conversation that Hezekiah and Bloodgood had in Hezekiah's diary, or, and I lean a lot more towards the second one, this is their reunion after Hezekiah is found, when they find him in the catacombs. And the reason why I lean towards that is because of the fact that, if you can see, Hezekiah has on his backpack here. It very much gives the vibe that he has been on some sort of trip, that he's been on some sort of expedition, so that would make sense. And this could just be because the colors and stuff aren't done yet, but to me, it looks like here in these photos, it looks to me like Bloodgood is wearing makeup, and then in this one, it looks like she is not. And you can also notice she doesn't have her earrings, because they gave her earrings in the comics now, very similar to the earrings she has in G3, and she's not wearing those earrings in this panel, and that could mean nothing, but to me, all of those facts combined makes this read to me like this is when they found him again, because it would make sense, that Bloodgood, wouldn't have her jewelry on and wouldn't be wearing makeup, considering that she would have been part of a search party looking for Rebecca for the past who knows how long. So I think that takes place after they find him. The other thing, too, I want to point out about this panel, other than the fact that it's just cute, can we please look at this, because I want you guys to realize that this is the first time that we have ever visually seen these two interact. The only other interaction we've gotten has been written. This is literally the first official art of them together. I don't have to go edit their art together anymore. We have it, and it's so cute. Look how tall he is, and the way that he's holding her. I'm sorry, I'm obsessed, guys. And then the other thing too that I want to point out is this background cracks me up, in such a good way, because this sort of pink background, I think that they might add a couple things to it in the final cut, because typically that's what they do with these sort of backgrounds, but this is such a anime manga type thing, where the two characters who are in love, they see each other, and then the entire background fades and there's sparkles everywhere, and it's all pink and fluffy and light because they're so in love. So that makes me laugh. But yeah, that being said, so let's go back and look at, once again, these people. So I have a couple guesses as to who these guys might be. But I really don't know. I need to know what they're saying to her. I need to know what elicited this reaction. Okay. My guesses are basically that that they might have something to do with the builders, because if you guys know, the builders technology is what caught Hezekiah and his companions and kept them there for a century. So maybe now that Hezekiah has been released from the builders tech, these people have something to do with the builders. Maybe they're studying the builders, maybe they are the builders, and they want to talk to him, they want to speak with him. This whole cloak figure thing, basically in media, that tends to either mean that A, these guys are villains, or B, that they're not villains, but they want you to kind of think they are, and then they're gonna pull a twist at the end, because it's very, very ominous. And then the other guess as to who these people could be is, I forgot. I don't even remember. I think that in Fright's camera action, I can't remember, do the vampire council people have cloaks like these at some point? I could have swore they did, but I'm probably wrong. I think I'm getting that confused. The only reason I bring that up is because I'm sure you guys know that Hezekiah has some past with the vampire court. So, but whatever it is that they're saying, clearly it is making Nora think of him. And she looks rather concerned about it too. So I want to know what's happening there. Also, I'm just so glad that we're gonna see Hezekiah. I will say this does seem like it's setting up a full plot line. I don't think that this is gonna stay on these 2 pages. This seems like it's setting up some larger plot, which means we'll probably be seeing more of Hezekiah, and I really hope we see him and Rebecca because, like, they deserve it. They're such a good family. Okay. Moving on. Okay, wait, no, one last thing. Can we just point out, like, I want to show you this art because, firstly, she looks so good. Secondly, I love how quickly she goes from, like, badass to, like, adorable in, like, 5 seconds. Like, I love her. Okay, that's all I've got to say. This panel now. Okay, so this is the second spread. So here in the top part, we can see that we have the school. It's the new Scaremester. We have a lot of characters here. Firstly, Heath and Abby. Once again, I am telling you, this was made for me specifically. Not only did they give me Blood Hex, they also threw Heath and Abby in there for me, because, you know. And then we have Johnny and Operetta. Jennifer is here. We can't tell who this is. A lot of people are saying that it looks like the off-white gargoyle girl. But I do think that this is Valentine. Like, I think this is Valentine. To me, it looks like Valentine. It looks like he's got the kind of haircut and a red vest and a tuxedo and stuff. So, and we know that Valentine's gonna be in this series in some capacity because he's in the Pride issue. So, it's that. We have that. Nothing too interesting there other than, I don't know if this is, like, intentional, but honestly, all of the girls look, like, slightly irritated to me, but also the only one that we can really see a lot is Abby, and I think that's just Abby's face. Abby kind of has some resting witch face, you know, so. And then we see this panel of Frankie talking to Claudine. Frankie's very clearly excited about something. We also have Laguna and Gil back here, and something about Frankie's brain seemingly being operated on. I'm guessing she probably got upgrades over the summer, and then she looks kind of confused here, which I just want to appreciate this arc. This little expression for her is so cute. I'm telling you guys, every day I become more and more of a Frankie girl. I just love Frankie, and she looks adorable here. I think they really, like, captured her personality really well. And then this panel over here where we have Cleo, Meowity, and Persephone all strutting in together. And that kind of drew a lot of attention because that is not a normal trio that we see. And I actually do have a theory as to why this is happening. If you remember, during the description, it mentions that Cleo and Claudine aren't talking right now. And we also know that Claudine and Toralei are dating now. So my theory is kind of that Cleo is irritated with Claudine because, you know, she doesn't like Toralei very much. And so she doesn't understand why Claudine is dating Toralei. And then Meowity and Persephone are probably kind of irritated that Toralei is spending more time with her new girlfriend than they are with her. So I can see this little friend group arriving out of a kind of, like, bitter, oh, we'll show them type of thing, because Cleo, for one, can be quite petty. I love her. She can be quite petty. And then Meowity and Persephone, they kind of always follow somebody around, you know? So I can see them being drawn to Cleo as their new leader, especially because Cleo just really likes being everybody's leader. So I think that that's about all that I have to say about the series so far. I'm really excited to see what the other variant covers are going to be. It's probably not going to happen, but, you know, if we get a bloodgood variant, I'm going to have that one. And I'm so excited to see where this goes. I'm so excited for Free Comic Book Day. As of recording this, that's going to be next week. Make sure, you know, check your local library, your local comic book store, see if you want to go get one, if they're going to have it. And yeah. whatever theories you guys might have or any thoughts you might have, feel free to put them down in the comments. I'm so interested to see everybody's thoughts on this, and I just cannot wait to get my hands on this. I swear I'm going to be like the most annoying person. So, that's all I've really got to say about it, but thank you, everybody, and I hope that you all have a lovely evening, and I'll catch you later.